Hello everyone. So today we'll going to study differences between Crohn's disease and ulcerative colitis. Epidemiological differences. Age of onset is similar in Crohn's disease and ulcerative colitis. Inflammatory bowel disease has two peaks. First is 15 to 30 years and second 60 to 80 years. So both Crohn's disease and ulcerative colitis age of onset is 15 to 30 years and 60 to 80 years. Crohn's disease is little bit more common in male. So male female ratio in Crohn's disease is 1.1 to 1.8 is to 1, while in ulcerative colitis male and females are equally affected. Smoking is an etiological factor in Crohn's disease, while it prevents ulcerative colitis. Oral contraceptives has a role in Crohn's disease. Appendicectomy, it is a protective factor in ulcerative colitis. Monozygotic twins, they have 58% concordance in Crohn's disease, while 6% concordance in ulcerative colitis. And the dizygotic twins have 4% concordance in Crohn's disease. So it is about epidemiological factors. Both have same age of onset. Smoking and appendicectomy has a protective or preventive measure in ulcerative colitis, while smoking is a cause in Crohn's disease. Oral contraceptive also has a role in Crohn's disease. So coming to clinical features, blood and mucus is present in stool in ulcerative colitis. So stool contain blood and mucus in ulcerative colitis. Systemic symptoms and pain are more common in Crohn's disease. Abdominal pain is common in Crohn's disease. Fistulas are common in Crohn's disease. Obstruction, intestinal obstruction is common in Crohn's disease due to stricture formation. Response to antibiotic is present in Crohn's disease. There is recurrence after surgery in case of Crohn's disease. ANCA, anti-neutrophilic cytoplasm antibody, is positive in ulcerative colitis. So ANCA is positive in ulcerative colitis, and ASCA, anti-Saccharomyces cerevisiae antibody, is frequently positive in Crohn's disease. Malignant potential is common in Crohn's disease, while toxic megacolon is seen in ulcerative colitis. Malignant potential is also seen in ulcerative colitis, and in Crohn's disease, when colon is involved, then malignancy occurs. On endoscopic examination, rectal sparing is frequently seen in Crohn's disease, while it is rare in ulcerative colitis. So, rectal involvement is common in ulcerative colitis. Continuous disease is present in ulcerative colitis. Cobblestoning is seen in Crohn's disease. And radiographically, small intestine terminal ileum is abnormal in Crohn's disease. Segmental or asymmetric colitis is seen in Crohn's disease, and strictures are frequently seen in Crohn's disease. Macroscopic differences. Bowel region, ileum and colon is involved in Crohn's disease. So small intestine is involved in Crohn's disease, while in ulcerative colitis, only colon is involved. Distribution. Lesions are diffuse in ulcerative colitis, while in Crohn's disease there are skip lesions. Then stricture formation. Stricture is seen in Crohn's disease. And wall appearance. In Crohn's disease, the wall is thick, while in ulcerative colitis, there is thinning of wall. So macroscopically, ileum is involved in Crohn's disease, while in ulcerative colitis, only colon is involved. Ileum plus colon is involved in Crohn's. Skip lesions are seen in Crohn's disease. Strictures are seen in Crohn's disease, and the bowel is thickened in Crohn's disease. So coming to microscopic examination, first difference is inflammation. In inflammation, in Crohn's disease, there is transmural inflammation, while in ulcerative colitis, the inflammation is limited to mucosa. So due to transmural inflammation, the ulcers are deep and they are knife-like. And this will lead to fistula formation. So in Crohn's disease, transmural inflammation, ulcers are deep and fistula formation is there. Pseudopolyps are marked in ulcerative colitis. The ulcers are superficial and broad-based. Lymphoid reaction is marked in Crohn's disease, and there is granuloma formation. Lymphoid reaction is marked and granuloma formation is seen in Crohn's disease, while lymphoid reaction is moderate in ulcerative colitis. Fibrosis is marked in Crohn's disease and minimal in ulcerative colitis. Serositis is marked and minimal in ulcerative colitis. So differences, microscopic differences are, there is transmural inflammation in Crohn's disease. Transmural inflammation means all the layers, mucosa, submucosa, muscularis and serosa is involved. There is inflammation transmurally. All the layers show inflammatory infiltrate. Due to transmural inflammation, there occur ulcers which will lead to fistula or sinus formations. And there is marked lymphoid reactions and granuloma formation. There is seen fibrosis and serositis. While in ulcerative colitis, the ulcers are superficial, inflammation is only limited to mucosa and pseudopolyps are marked. Inflammation limited to mucosa, marked pseudopolyps and superficial broad-based ulcers. Thank you.